everybody, it's Tragan300, and this video is about the E3 conferences this year. I know I'm getting it up a little late. I had to think about what I was going to say about the conferences. I'm sort of going to run through all three of them really quick because I don't think my computer can handle uploading a 9-minute video. So, alright, so we have Nintendo, and this year it disappointed fans so much because, well, it was probably the crappiest E3 conference since Sony's in '06. And, it was just disjointed, and they look like clowns up there. Microsoft and Sony were probably sitting back and being like, okay, let's get this joke over with. I mean, Nintendo, it really disappointed its true fans this year, and I'm not really saying that I've been a hardcore Nintendo fan. I mean, I have the GameCube and Wii, and lots of games for those. So I'm not saying that I'm gonna go out and get every Wii game that comes out because I'm sort of gone more Microsoft and 360. But this year they were just the biggest joke of the conference. From Cammy Dunaway acting like a total mom bitch up there and being like, oh, my wrist is hurt, I know, my son sent me this Mother's Day card. No one wants to hear about that. They want to hear about the new games that Wii's coming out with, and even when they get to the new games, nothing really looked very good except for maybe Animal Crossing, if that's your thing. Okay, it's just, they didn't talk about what Wii Motion Plus was. They sort of said, oh, it's a one-to-one thing. Okay, I sort of flew over my head. And the other thing was Wii music looked retarded, from the guy going crazy on the drums. This video is so funny every time. It was really, really crappy. Like, probably worst E3 conference since Sony's at in '06. So, I think and I'm moving on to Microsoft. I think Microsoft, they had a lot of big surprises, and, nothing really too big to 360, though. Again, they sort of said, oh, we're gonna change the dashboard, gonna give you some avatars to make, which I'm not really sure I like. I don't know, could look kind of confusing. They said it was user-friendly. The one that we have right now is user-friendly. Reinventing the wheel, The big surprise was for Final Fantasy fans. Final Fantasy 13 is coming out on Microsoft, and a lot of people will say that that's sort of like, slapping Sony in the face, saying, haha, now we have Final Fantasy. So, they seem to be bashing Sony and Wii a lot. They're like, well, we sell better than Wii, we sell better than Sony, 360 is the way to go. Okay, I know you gotta do some of that, right, to get fans, to bring people into the Microsoft area. And this video is getting pretty long, so I'll keep it moving here. So, Microsoft, I don't know, they sort of did introduce a lot of things that could hurt them. I don't know what you could say about that. They had the dashboard, and the new games that looked really cool. Fallout 3, Gears of War 2, obviously. What else? I don't know. I can't remember. But a lot of pretty good looking games. They also sort of like, oh, we're gonna try to appeal to the less hardcore gamers, the casual gamers, and they're like talked about Banjo-Kazooie and Viva Pinata, and that kind of pissed me off because those games really suck. And they also said that they're adding Netflix on this, and Universal movies and everything. So that sounds pretty good. Sony's, I don't know. I was a little disappointed with Sony's this year, and it may be just because I think Sony sucks, so I'd be kind of biased. I don't know. Sony, ever since PS3 came out, they just started pissing me off. Okay, well, they started talking about where they're like, when they're doing their little Big Planet presentation where the guy's jumping everywhere, and they're like, we're gonna start releasing titles that are $29.99, and they're like all old ass titles that no one wants anymore. It's like, they seem to be dwelling on last year. Like, we're gonna keep, giving you old games that no one wants. We want new titles. So Sony, sort of a boring conference. I was sort of like, falling asleep watching Sony's conference because they kept talking about PSP, how they're redefining that again. I don't know. It's like, how many PSPs have they come out with? Like, well, this will probably be the third. I don't really pay too much attention to Sony just because, I really haven't gotten too much from Sony, and, you know, but, post your comments about, mostly probably about the Sony thing, because I probably left out a ton of stuff about the Sony thing. And, also about Microsoft and Nintendo's. I think we can all agree that this conference sort of goes like, Microsoft is the middleman. Sony's sort of in that area, and Nintendo's was horrible, and it wasn't even classified. Um, so yeah, just post your comments and rate, and please subscribe. I still only have one subscriber, so I need some more subscribers. So hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you on YouTube.